Okay, so here is the Baritastic icon. I just wanted to show it to you so you would know what it looks like. I thought I had downloaded it on iTunes, but I could not find it on iTunes when I had accidentally deleted it. So I just went to my browser and I typed in Baritastic App and it popped up immediately. So here is the icon right there, and I am just going to tap on that and it brings you to this main page. And let me just see if I can focus here. There we go. So here's the main page. You can see that it immediately brings you to your weight. Now, when you start, when you very first start the program, obviously it says 0 until you tap in your weight. So each day what you do is you wake up and it's as easy as just tapping the circle. It gives you the date, and then you can actually hit the enter, you tap in the amount, and you can save. And then it says that you've added your weight successfully. I do not keep track of the ounces. I know many of you do, which is fine. And you can enter that. I just don't. And then eventually, you will be able to track your weight by a graph if you want to see the progress you've made. I kind of have to laugh because my graph is flatlined because I have lost, so little weight, the 5 pounds in 5 weeks. So that's, a little discouraging. So I really tend not to look at that. So go back, and we're back at the main page. So you can see that there are recipes, and there are recipes that are already in here that you can flip through, bariatric recipes that you can make. I'm going to be really honest with you. I find this a little weak from the standpoint of it doesn't have a very large recipe book. I don't know what to call it, like number of recipes in there. But next week I think I'm going to show you how I utilize Pinterest for the recipes. I find that much more helpful, and it's kind of limitless. Also on the screen you'll see this little water glass, and this is a very quick way. You tap this, it asks you if you want to log another glass of water in, and you can hit OK, and it logs it in for you. You can also change the amount of ounces, like if you like to track by 4 ounces, 5 ounces, there is a location where you can change that. I just prefer to do it by, a full glass. So there's that quick reference. The screen also, can give you a quick reference for some of your, how much protein you've had today, the amount of water you've drank, your inches lost, your BMI, that was your, how many days of surgery, and your BMI. So again, it's just a quick reference, and then you can just scroll right through. Your journal, I really like this aspect. I have never been someone who journals, but this is something that I'm finding that I like doing. Actually, not as much for, what I have to say, although I'm sure maybe it might be helpful somewhere down the line. But I document my blood sugar level, and so that's helpful to me. And so, each day you just come in, you hit add new, and you can start typing that and keep track of whatever you want, your emotions, what you eat. Not what you eat, because there's a separate place to put that. There's a checklist if you're a list person. There's a place where you can set, like take your vitamins, exercise, drink water, whatever, you want to document. You can do a little checklist for the day. And as you do it, you just click it and it checks it off. So that's completely up to you to keep a checklist there. May or may not be helpful. And reminders as well. You can set reminders where, it reminds you to drink water, to take your medication, to eat, whatever it is you want to track. You can set reminders. Just make sure your notifications are on your device, that you allow it, and then that way it'll pop up reminders. Steps, if you're someone who has a Fitbit or any other device, you can actually connect it to Baritastic. I do not have one, but that is something that you can connect there, so it's also there. The timer feature is something that's interesting. It's not something that I really use that much, but I do find it helpful in the beginning where when I was starting to eat and you really want to make sure that you're getting your chews in or that type of thing, or if you want to make sure that you're not drinking too fast, you know, whatever the situation is. So you can see that this has the fork and knife, and this is basically telling you do not drink yet. And you can actually customize this too, so it can be for whatever you want it to be, and you can change the time. Anyway, once you, like, let's say you just had some your meal and you don't want to drink again for 15-30 minutes, whatever it is, you hit the start button and the timer starts going. Also, oh, I didn't want to do that, sorry, let's go back. Timer. The one that I think is cute, because here's a water one too, so, you know, telling you to drink your water. This is the one, the little mouth with the choo choo choo. This is the one that actually is helpful, especially if you're starting. I'm a very fast eater, and you don't realize how long 20 seconds is until you start this timer. And you click the timer on, and you start to chew. And believe me, if you're supposed to chew for 20 seconds, you know, it really makes me realize anyway how fast I eat. So this was a good one for me to turn on and try to follow as I was, you know, chewing my food. So, you know, another helpful little tool that's on here. Oh, did you just hear that? It went ding, 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 ding. So, because the time was up. Okay, so now going back. Now, you're going to see this green plus, and this opens up a whole other area where, let's see if I can get the lighting better on this. Sorry, it's a little light, but it's a little repetitive from the standpoint, here's water, which is the same as here. Here's weight, which is the same as here. So you don't really need that. This is where you can enter your measurements. I have not done that yet, but I think I will, because especially with the very small weight loss I've been having, it would be nice to document my measurements. You can log in your, I'll just tap on these so you can see. So it tells you, you know, what you've lost if you've entered it in, which I haven't. So there's that. Here you can do your weight. I'll show you that. That's exactly that same page that we were already at. Here is the exercise. So they've already got, sorry, you guys. You can do it by aerobic or strength. Then when you click on that, then it starts going through like all the strength exercises they have, or you can just create your own new one and call it whatever you want. That's simpler for you. So that's your exercise journal. Then there is the daily food log, which this is really the whole reason I'm using this app. I absolutely love it. Now this is my page for today. I haven't entered anything, but I have had breakfast, so I thought I would just share with you how I do it. So you hit add and you come to this screen. Now I'm going to come back to this screen because I definitely want to show you my favorite feature, which is this scan bar. But for today, my food's already entered, so I'm going to hit search. A quick way to find what I'm looking for is just egg search, and it starts pulling up the eggs. So what I'm going to do, egg, whole, raw, fresh, 1. I'm going to click on that. That's what I had. I'm going to hit submit, and it automatically loads it in. Now I also had some shredded cheese, so I'm going to go ahead and type in shredded cheese, search, and 0.25 cup of shredded cheese is what I had. I'm going to add that. If this was not the serving I had, you can actually tap on it and change the serving amount. So, but that's what I had. So I'm going to hit submit. And now it has logged in my breakfast. And you can see up here, it's telling me that I had 13 grams of protein. The calories came to 194, and I had 1 carb. So that's my breakfast. So that is now entered. But what I also wanted to show you was that scan feature. So I'm going to hit add one more time. and I'm going to show you how amazing this scan feature is. So let me see if I can do this now that I've got this up. When you click on the scan feature, it brings up your camera, and all you have to do is put a can in front here, and you can even see how cockeyed I entered it there, and yet it still captured it. So here is all the information, and all you do is hit submit, and it enters that food item, and there it is. It automatically plugs it in, and then it's in your system for you to use the next time. So it is an amazing feature, because that was the one thing that I hated about documenting food was, that you had to enter everything in. And I know that there, probably most of these apps at this time, or any apps from this point forward, will actually have this feature, because it is the most amazing feature. Now, obviously I didn't have that for breakfast, so I'm going to hit the edit, and I am going to delete that because I did not have it. And then let's go ahead and save this. Okay, there. So we're done there. Okay, so that is and I'm going to go back there just so I can show you, because you can actually scroll through the days and you can see what you've had to eat. So, if you have a weight gain, weight loss, and you kind of want to know, oh, how did I eat that day? You can go back and check it. So I really find that an amazing feature, and that scan bar to me is the jam. So I love it. And then there is a summary page here that tells you, because there's an area where you can set your goals. I put 1,000 calories, even though aside from yesterday, I haven't even gotten close to it, but now that I'm eating regular foods, I think I will. So I'm going to try to stay at 1,000 or so. But this is for today. If I go to yesterday, let's go and I'll show you. I was at 980 for the day. I had 79 grams of protein, but my carbs, you can see, went way over, and it was that bar that put me over. Sugar, wow, I was really low in sugar yesterday. Didn't even realize that. And then fiber, fat, wow, really? See what I mean? Like, I actually hadn't looked at these stats, and I did not realize I had eaten that much fat. And then water, I think I actually drank a little more. I don't think I documented it. Exercise and strength. So there you go. I mean, it's a very useful tool, and it really makes you aware. It opens your eyes to something that you may not really realize. So I really love this feature, love this app, and I think it would be a very helpful tool to anyone starting this process. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, there you have it. I'm going to end this video and try to go back to my regularly broadcast.